Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here at the Toyota booth for the 2025 LA Auto Show, and I have that totally redesigned sales sensation that I know many of you people out there that are big fans want to see is this vehicle right here. This is the redesigned 2026 RAV4. This particular one is that off-road spec trim known as the Woodland Edition. But before we get into the all-new look of this compact crossover, let's talk about what's going on here. So like I told you before, unfortunately, we had to miss the unveil and the first drive of the RAV4 because my father passed away back in May. But guess what? I'm back and we're gonna make up for that lost time and get these covered. So stay tuned because we're bringing them all to you like we do here on Raiti's Rides, all the trims. Now with the Woodland Edition, like I said, they're bringing some of that off-road touch. What is this going to compete with? This is going to compete directly with the Nissan Rogue Rock Creek Edition and the Honda CR-V Trail Sport. But what I want to find out is, did Toyota do enough to make this the better crossover compared to the competition? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this one and find out. Right off the bat, all new color. That is that Everest green color, nice metallic, lighter green. I really think it fits the attitude of this Woodland Edition. At the front of the business, you're gonna see that new headlight design. LED headlights, daytime running lamps, and notice how they take the design into the front fascia like you find on the other Toyota vehicles like the Corolla, like the Camry. Now, one zonk that I have on this is this fake vent here. That's a bit of a zonk. I don't know why they had to put that there. And then working your way down, they hit us again with another fake vent. So that's another zonk. But you do have some nice flat black and some nice gunmetal metallic gray finish. Everything else is painted in that Everest green color. Now, as we come across the front grille, this is specific to the Woodland Edition. Up top, you have the flat black. Like the way they did this trim and gave it some ridges like a Ruffles potato chip. With the Toyota badge, you get a forward-facing camera, very important on anything that's called off-roading. Full functionality up top. Love the way they did rigid. So they're using rigid, those cube lights, been in the industry for years. And then down below, more functionality with that lower, they call that the grille garnish to give it more of that off-road spec. But let me know what you think about the face, the new face of this RAV4. I'm kind of on the fence because this large flat black area here, and I'm not really loving what they did with the upper portion. But let's continue. As we rise up, you got that new hood. I love the way they have the rises on each side and that dip in the center. Underneath that hood, what do we have going on? So basically what you're gonna find is all RAV4s are now hybrid. So that is going to be a 226 horsepower, 236 pound-feet of torque hybrid power plant. It's that naturally aspirated inline four paired with the electric motors. Of course, you have all-wheel drive. It could tow up to 3,500 pounds. And another thing to know is that they redesigned their actual options. So you have core, rugged, and sport. This obviously falls in the rugged section of their setup, but kind of trying to simplify all the different trims that they have. Now, you do have that CVT transmission because it is a hybrid, and it is that bulletproof inline four with the electric motors. But let me know if you think that they should have gone a different route with the power plant. Now, as we come around the bend, when you go Woodland Edition, you're actually gonna get unique wheels. And I like this new style wheel. Single spoke design, nice satin metallic gunmetal gray finish. And then look at what we have. Just like the competition, some real off-road tires. These are Dunlop, those Grappler all-terrain tires. It's got some shielding protection. They did retweak all of the suspension bits for the Woodland Edition. The one sad thing is that there's no skid plates and there's no extra lift. So you're getting the same ground clearance basically as your regular RAV4. Flat black around the fender opening. I'm okay with that because of this being the off-road trim. But let me know what you think about the wheel with our color on this particular Woodland edition. Now coming down the side, gloss black on the mirror caps. You'll notice 360-degree cameras. From the side, this is, like I said, compact crossover SUV, so Rogue, you're looking at the Honda CR-V. Those are gonna be some of the main competitors. Up top, Woodland Edition gets a special roof rack. So you're gonna get these unique roof rails with your crossbars, and then you do get a little bit of an Easter egg design of the Woodland Edition. It's a little bit of a equilateral triangle. See, I learned the geometry. I took geometry. I'm proud of myself. Gloss black though on the door handles. I'm gonna have to zonk that. I don't know why they do gloss black. And then you'll notice the extra cladding down below, but that's because this is the Woodland Edition. Now the great news is you get all-wheel drive, and when you come to the tail end of the business, you're gonna get a nice long roof spoiler, but they decided not to listen to me and hide the wipers, so that's a zonk. I like the lighting, I don't like the gloss black. It makes the glass look like it comes halfway down the vehicle. Like, I don't know, it's not working for me. Let me know what you think about that. They spell out the name RAV4 up top. And then as we come down, you do have your Woodland Edition and that PHEV. So remember, you have the ability to get PHEV, you have the availability to get regular hybrid. It's up to you depending on how you spec it out. And then of course we have our full tow hookup with our lower grille, our lower bumper area in that gunmetal gray finish. And of course the all-wheel drive, which remember, it is an electric motor on the rear axle. There is no mechanical drive shaft. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside and see what the big changes are to this RAV4. All right guys, we're inside this 2026 Toyota RAV4, this being the Woodland Edition. I know you're saying to yourself, well Joe, I need a new SUV. I've always done Toyotas. My grandmother owned a Toyota, my mother owned a Toyota. Hell, I was conceived in the back seat of a Toyota. But how much is this? Woodland Edition, obviously lots of different ways to spec a RAV4. More ways than you could even count on 10 fingers and 10 toes. Woodland Edition starts at $39,900 and goes up from there. So it just depends on what power train you get, whether you get your standard hybrid or plug-in, and then some of the other goodies. But let's see what changes Toyota brought for the RAV4 to the door panels. I do like the way they did the two-tone. The black soft touch with the gray gives it a nice bit of feel. You do have soft touch on the door handle armrest, and then the door pocket is decent. You could probably get, I would say, 4 kielbasa sausages in there and a large ginger ale to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, surprisingly the dash is hard plastic up top. So that's a zonk. You do have soft touch here, and of course we have the RAV4 Twinkie tray, baker's dozen of Twinkies. Come on in, you got your all new, nice large infotainment system. That is that 10-inch infotainment system screen. You can go through, see all the different information that you need. You do have a heated steering wheel, heated seats, and then your AC controls. Everything is in the screen, but there are some physical buttons for the dual climate. They do remove the knob so that somebody doesn't steal it here at the auto show. Yes, people steal knobs. It's something that they do. It's like a hobby of theirs. You got your AC vents, easy to get to, wireless charging, and a place for 2 payday bars so you could get paid and you get to drive your RAV4, the different modes, which is weird. I don't know why they do this. You have drive modes over here. You have your pure EV because this particular one's a plug-in, and then you have other buttons over here. Like why? That to me doesn't make any sense. That's kind of dumb. Hill descent control, USB-Cs, there's 2 of them. And then you have another pocket down here where you can fill this up with peanut M&Ms so they don't melt in your pocket. You do have your camera button. You just hit that and the cameras come up. You got your shifter for that direct drive CVT. 2 cup holders. I don't know if I'm liking the hard plastic. That feels kind of cheap. And then this is, I don't know. I guess it looks good because it looks like it's anodized. To open this up though, you could open it up this way. You could open it up that way. You have enough room in there, I would say, for Lori's favorite 4 to 5 Beanie Babies, a USB-C, a 12 volt. What's also cool is you could actually flip this around and have like a little work pad here if you need to do some simple math or maybe some crosswords. And then the seats, soft text. I do like the way I just wish they would bring more of this orange trim that they did on the seats. Easy to clean seats, a nice light gray finish. No power for the passenger, power for the driver though, and this one doesn't have a sunroof. That's sad. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I got a unique steering wheel I want to show you in this RAV4. All right guys, business time behind the wheel, this all new RAV4. You do have your seat controls, easy to get to. Of course, the RAV4 Woodlands get special all-weather floor mats worth an extra 5 horsepower. And then they did do a good job with the amount of room in here. And I lowered the seat a little bit. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. I don't know why this is asking me to accept things. I'm not giving this RAV4 my social security number. I'm just not. Steering wheel, the leather. The horn button, I guess looks good, but it's just, I don't know, it's just like plastic. Flat black on the switchgear. I do like a little bit of the anodized orange. It is a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And unfortunately, because I'm at the show, I can't show it to you, but there is a 12.3 inch screen that lights up. I promise you that. No head-up display on the Woodland edition. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the back seat and see if there's enough room for your passengers to go into the woods with a Sasquatch and a Bigfoot. All right, guys, back seat time. And what's great is that you have that same perfect soft text material, unique to this seat material is unique to the Woodland edition. Large pockets, you could put a couple boxes of tissues back here in case your passengers get the snots, get all nose runny and stuff and boogers everywhere. You do have AC vents, 2 USB-Cs, which are good. And the seats themselves are comfortable. They don't slide. Do they recline? Let's see. They recline that much, literally that much. And then Charmin soft on the armrest, the 2 cup holders. But let's get into the cargo area and see how much room there is in this new RAV4. All right, guys, most important, cargo area. Hit the button, nice electric assist. One of the things I want to point out, look how low that rear bumper area is. That's going to be perfect, especially if you have dogs. You got a lab, you got a nice little chocolate lab, maybe a Adobe or something. You'll be able to get them into the back very easily. Now, in the back, you do have the cargo liner, just like under your feet up front, and for the passengers, nice Woodland. You do have a pocket here where you can keep all your dog's favorite treats and snacks. And then you do have a home power source. The one thing I don't see back here is a nice little area like Subaru does to give you a place to put your dog's bowl. There's no bowl area, but to flip the seats down, look how easy that is. That means you could go down to the pound and adopt more dogs. Stop buying dogs, adopt dogs, rescue dogs. There's plenty of dogs out there, people. We don't need to go buy $5,000 puppies. But there's lots of room back there, so you can get more dogs. Now, I know you want to go for a drive. Like I said, this year's been rough for us and the whole Raiti's Rides family, but we're going to make it happen. We got the first drive coming, but I am determined to bring you, like I said, every single trim, every single spec of the new RAV4. There's over 50 of them, and we're going to bring it to you. But of course, we got to say to those, if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. Got to give it up to Latte Lori. She wants more dogs. She loves dogs, and she is the best dog mom in the whole world. Our boys, Oscar and Frankie, are so lucky to have her. And so am I. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.